Let me tell you something that's about to make you uncomfortable. This year is not about shrinking. This year is not about being palatable for people who want you to be small. This year is about you being a showstopper. Today, when I was getting my makeup done, I was talking to my makeup artist about how there are mediocre people winning. And meanwhile, you are sitting there shrinking yourself, hiding because you're scared of people seeing you. You're scared of being honest with yourself about what it is that you really want. But today I'm going to talk to you about being a showstopper, because next year is the year that everything that you dreamed and imagined, even the things that you don't believe is possible for you, becomes possible. If you're new here, welcome to Heal the New Sexy, where we discuss all things healing, self-love, and relationships. My name is Cynthia. I'm a licensed therapist and coach. And I know y'all heard that song from Danny Kane, Showstopper, but that's about to be you. That's going to be our theme song for next year. We're about to be showstoppers. We're about to show up in ways, take up space like we never have before. Okay, so let me talk to you first about the reason why you aren't showing up the way that you need to show up. And that's because of self-doubt. Many of us don't believe in ourselves. Many of us are so familiar with our greatness that we don't even see it for what it is. We really downplay and minimize who we are. And next year is the year that you pop off. Next year is the year that you not that you're becoming her, because you already are her. You need to release her. Okay, listen, let's talk about self-doubt. Listen, many of us believe that we're being humble. And many of you may have been raised to be humble. But I really want you to challenge that. I really want you to begin to believe in yourself. I really want you to begin to take steps and come out of your comfort zone, because outside of your comfort zone is where your life really is going to take off, where you're really going to experience the things that you never thought was possible for you. Okay. I want you to stop being so humble. I remember one time my girlfriend was like, I don't ask God for much. And I'm like, what? What? I don't ask God for much. And I'm thinking, that's the problem. For many of you, that's the problem. Matter of fact, your prayers are too small. And you pray in small prayers because you don't even believe that God, the God of the universe, the heaven and the earth, okay, the God that they say is on cattle on 1,000 hills, you don't even believe that he gonna give you the big things. Listen, if you understood how serious God was about you, you would move differently, you would do differently, you would act differently, you would show up differently. Self-doubt isn't humility. It's not wisdom. It's not about being realistic. And sometimes the reason why you are so realistic is because you've been disappointed in the past. But in 2026 and beyond. And let me say this to you too, while I got your attention. I don't just want you to plan. When you sit down to plan for this upcoming year, I want you to plan your next decade. I want you to stretch yourself. I want you to talk about the things that you want between now and 2036. That's what I want for you. I need you to have 1 year, 3 year, 5 year, 10-year plans for what it is that you want. I'm talking about the collaborations you want. I'm talking about the content you want to create. I'm talking about the businesses that you want to open. Do you want a laundromat? What do you want? Do you want to have a, the vending machine business? What is it that you want? You like, Cynthia, I want to go back to school for a trade, whatever it is between 2026 and beyond. I want you to create that. I want you to outline it. I want you to start believing bigger, thinking bigger, claiming bigger. I don't care if it's something like, Cynthia, I want to lose weight. Okay. 2026, we're going to believe that we lose weight. You may have failed multiple times, but this is the year that you're going to get it. All right? Listen, self-doubt is learned restraint. When we were young, I remember being a little girl. I had to be 11 or 12 years old. And I was walking home, and there was another parent out there. And he told me, he said, you girls need to get your head out of the clouds. I remember going home telling my mom, because I didn't understand why he said that. Why he would tell me, a little girl, 11 years old, to keep my head out of the clouds. But you know why? Because many of us have learned to be restrained as it relates to what it is that we believe, right? We've been taught to take up less space. You know, I remember growing up being taught children should be seen and not heard. But here it is, I'm talking on YouTube. Why? Because my voice is the mechanism that God gave me to create. And many of you, you're probably great orators, poets, writers, and we need to hear your voice. There's a lot of people out there talking, but they ain't saying nothing. Meanwhile, you and your brilliance is mute. We can't hear you. But Beyonce, everybody on mute, and they out there talking, and you need to be talking. Okay? Right? We've been conditioned to soften our voice. I hate when I go in the videos and the girls are talking like this. Why are you talking like this? Why are you talking like this? You have a unique voice, right? We wouldn't have Toni Braxton if she decided to sing like somebody else, right? You've been taught to wait your turn versus creating your turn. Why is it that you gotta wait? But everybody else, you see them creating and positioning themselves, but you've been taught to wait, right? Grateful for the crumbs when you're supposed to be getting a whole meal. Downplaying your power so that others feel comfortable. I remember a beautiful, I forget her name. And she said one time she walked in the room and somebody was like, don't you know when you walk in the room, you just take up all the air? And she said, what is a queen supposed to do? Why are you playing small? Why are you hiding? I don't care nothing about you being from a small town. I don't care nothing about your family and their lineage and the things that they haven't accomplished. I'm talking to you about you. Why aren't you doing what you're supposed to do? You're a girl with big dreams. And girl, I mean that respectfully, because I know I got some girlies that are in their 70s. I mean that respectfully. Oh, but Cynthia, this happened to me and this happened to me and this happened. Don't let the trauma and the drama of life hold you back from the goodness that you're supposed to be experiencing. The soft life that you're supposed to be creating. The brands, there's brands waiting on you. They got checks with commas for you. Some of you supposed to create YouTube channels. Some of my clients have YouTube channels and I'm looking like, what you doing? Why aren't you out here doing the things that you're supposed to do? Why aren't you creating? What's up? Okay. I want to be very clear that self-doubt never protected you. It hindered you. It keeps you in that relationship, that dead-end relationship, that dead-end marriage, on that dead-end job, because you doubt that there's better out there for you. And how is it that we believe better for everybody else, but we doubt it for ourselves? Not next year, right? It's only delayed you. It's only hindered you. It's only kept you stuck. No, baby doll, like many women I work with, they feel stuck. No, you're not stuck because of that situation. You're stuck because of your mindset, because you don't believe that better is available for you. You don't believe in your YouTube channel. You don't believe in that law degree and you need to go create a law firm. You don't believe that you need to go create that spa. You don't believe in that. That's what has you stuck. That you won't step out on faith and you won't step out and believe in yourself. All right. This is the year you take up space. This year you don't shrink, you don't minimize, you're not hiding yourself. You're not letting people talk you out of your spot. You're not talking yourself out of your spot. This is the year that you show up in a way that you've never showed up before. This is the year you're not worried about or concerned about what people have to say about you. I was telling the young lady, her name is Day. I'm going to tag her. So if you're in the Atlanta area and you want your makeup to be done, I'm tagging the lady who does my makeup. Okay. She's been doing my makeup since 2020. I was telling her, and I mean this. I said, there's two type of people that respond on content, in my opinion. There are those that are miserable and there are those that are inspired. Don't allow the people who are miserable to talk you out of continue to create, because there's somebody who's inspired by you and your story. When I did that video, 5 ways the church is keeping, I think it's 5 ways the church is sabotaging Black women's love lives. When I tell you there was men coming at me, baby, they was coming at me. And I was thinking to myself, Lord, like, why? First of all, why these men watching my channel? What you over here for? Okay. But secondly, why are they talking to me like that? And I remember even asking my coach, he said, those men don't like no loudmouth woman. And even though you're not loudmouth, they don't like it that you opinionated. But let's be very clear. Okay. If you're new here, I went through breast cancer, stage 3 triple negative. And I showed up consistently. Prepare to be sick of me. Because if that's how I showed up going through chemo, Right now I'm going through radiation. I want you to know next year I'm going to be worse. I'm going to talk a whole lot of talk. I'm going to say what I want to say, how I want to say it, when I want to say it. Because I'm not shrinking, and you better not either. You may be the baddest accountant. We don't know. Why? Because you're not online telling us about how you're the greatest. Now, I know there's some people who are like, yo, you shouldn't know. We need to hear from you. How do you create transformation in your clients? Well, Samithia, I don't have clients. I raise my kids. Well, how come your kids are phenomenal? How come your kids have millions of dollars in scholarship? What is it that you did? We need to know. Come on now. Listen, take up space. Don't minimize yourself. Don't explain yourself to people who have already made up their mind that they don't want to see you. You try to figure out why your family talk about you the way they do. You try to figure out why they don't love you. You try to figure out, them people see the greatness that is you, and they don't care. And so you thinking, I'm not going to do this because of my baby daddy. I'm not going to do this because of my family. I don't want them to see me. In the words of Latoya Okia, forget them folks. Forget them folks. The transformation that you want in your life is on the other side of you deciding to take up the space that God created you to take up. I know my baby daddy be watching my videos talking about something. I can't stand that. How you hope. That's him, not me. I don't see myself like that. I'm just saying that's what he says. She get on my nerve. That heifer get on my nerve. You think I'm going to sit because somebody has a poor opinion of me? Somebody has decided that they don't like me. You think I'm just going to sit back and let that shrink me? No, I know that there's a purpose on my life. I know God has called and created me to do great things. And because of that, because of what God has called me to do, I'm going to do that. I'm not going to let a failed relationship determine or dictate who I am. And I'm not going to let being a single mama dictate who I am either. Some of you are letting your life circumstances determine who you are. Yes, you may have made a mistake in your past, but that doesn't determine your future. And so you got to take a moment and say, listen, I'm not going to allow that to get me off course. I can decide to live differently. I can decide that I'm going to be a multimillionaire. I can decide to go back to school. I can decide to launch the business. I can decide to be softer. I can decide that I'm not going to let anger and depression and anxiety to hold me up. I can launch the house cleaning business. I can be the Martha Stewart of my era. Whatever it is that I want to do, I can do it. And I'm not going to allow how people see me to determine the things that I'm going to do. Dust your feet off and keep it pushing. You need to understand that rejection is a part of greatness. There are many women who were rejected, but they didn't stop. Don't stop. Get it, get it. That needs to be your anthem. Okay? Listen, this year you're going to walk into rooms like you belong there, even if it feels like you're like, Samithia, this is bigger than I am. No. Remember growing up, our mamas used to buy clothes for us, but they would buy them a little bit bigger. You know why? So we can grow into them. There are going to be rooms that you grow into, but you sit there, you be quiet, you learn, and then you're going to grow into it. And then before you know it, you're going to be captivating the room, and then it's going to be time for you to move. The reason why sometimes you feel uncomfortable in spaces is because you're supposed to grow in it. Sometimes God gives you a preview of where you are. But if you think so lowly of yourself, you're not going to understand what he's trying to do. Listen, there have been things that I've seen. Until I moved to I grew up in Germany, right? So I grew up with seeing Lamborghinis and Porsches and Audis and all the things. I never really cared for them. You know, the trash man drove a Mercedes, okay? The trash truck was a Mercedes, right? So I never really wanted it. I didn't. But over this past year, my appetite has changed. Many of you are questioning, why is it that I want and desire things that are outside what I have wanted before? Why do I have a craving for something that I didn't have a craving for before? And the reason why is because God is trying to move you to a different space and a different place, but you fighting him. Oh, Samithia, ain't nobody in my house ever owned any property. Yeah, but you're supposed to own acres. I saw my mama struggle, but you're not supposed to struggle. Could it be that the quality of your life right now is because you're not trusting God with what he's showing you? You watching women online, you watching me and other women online live lives that you want, but it's available to you only if you decide to be a showstopper. I am trying to help you. I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to help you. That's all I'm trying to do. That's all I'm trying to do. All right? Listen, you need to be present, visible, and consistent. You don't need to be perfect. Stop waiting for the perfect time and the perfect opportunity. Y'all, I am recorded with an iPhone, okay, in my office. I don't have nothing, bare wall. And I've been doing this for a year. Bare wall, okay? I see other ladies online. They got these beautiful backgrounds. I'm like, oh, I'm going to get there. But guess what? Until then, this is what it's going to be. It don't have to be perfect, but get out and do it and perfect it. Y'all going to tell me what I need to do and change? There are people waiting for you. And maybe you're like, Smithia, well, I really, I just want to do mission work. Okay, well, do it, sugar. Do it. You're supposed to be Mother Teresa of our time. Do it. I want to do a nonprofit. I want to work with girls. I want to do it. I want to be the next. I want to be bigger than Girls Inc. Do it. I want to be a foster mom. I want to rate. Do it. I got a nonprofit, Smithia. Do it. But until you stop hiding, we're not going to hear. We're not going to know. Come on now. Let's talk about showstopper energy. I'm not going to sing. Y'all know I love a good song. But Danity Kane, I used to listen to that song. If y'all don't know it, it's called Showstopper by Danity Kane, okay? Okay, I was thinking, we showstop it. We showstop it. We showstop it. Okay, anyway, all right. I want you to know that showstoppers don't blend in. You may even have a very unique look. And you are contemplating changing your look because you're like, we live in a world that's very vanilla right now. Like, I don't understand why everything got to be tan and white. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a Maximus girl, I feel like. I like color. And you may be one of those girlies and you're like, Smithia, like, I've been hiding. No, it's time for you to pop out. It's time for you to stop blending in. Okay? It's time for you that you don't dim your light. It's time for you. We need to know you, the uniqueness, your authenticity. We need to know who you are. Okay? Listen, a showstopper doesn't ask, is this too much? They don't ask, is this too much? They know, matter of fact, these people out here can't get enough of me. They can't get enough. They can't get enough. And you need to know that there's a world out there. There's 8 billion plus people out there. You'll never be too much. All right? They ask, how can I be undeniable? You need to get to the point, like when you are launching to certain brands, like, how can they deny me? What? They don't want me to be a part of the Sephora squad. What? What? They don't, what? Somebody get Sephora on the line. This must be a mistake. How can they deny me? How could they deny me? Sorry, y'all. Right? How can I use everything that I have? You got skills, you got talent, you got ability. What is it that you aren't using that you need to use? I always tell my story about breast cancer because I overcame it this year, but also I tell it because it makes me unique. How many content creators do you know at my age went through breast cancer and showed up as consistently as I did on YouTube? I'm going to tell y'all a story from now until forever. So if you tired, I'm sorry, right? And how can I outwork those that are mediocre? There are people that are successful only because they work hard, not because they're more talented than you, not because they have more education than you, not because they have more money than you. It's just that they've decided, guess what? In order to be successful, I just got to work harder than everybody else. But you, with your gifted self, you probably write music, you sing, you do all the things. And guess what? You are not, we don't know your name. If you're still here, down below, I need you to put what your name is. I know sometimes we hide behind handles, but the world needs to know your name. Put it down below in the comments. This is the year you're not competing with talent alone. You're competing with consistency. You need to be consistent. Let me tell you what was life-changing for me. Last year, and I still listen to it. Last year, Tony Gaskins did a video on consistency. And when I tell you, I watched that video and I listened to that video and I still listen to that video about being consistent. I listened to it. The reason why I showed up the way I did during my breast cancer journey on YouTube is because Tony Gaskins did that video about consistency. And I know he'd be like, thank God, don't thank me. So hallelujah, thank you, Jesus. But that is the reason why I show up the way that I do, because he did that video on consistency. And I said, cancel, no cancel, whatever, I'm going to be consistent on YouTube. Because people who ain't got nothing to say are consistent. And here it is. You got all of that education. Maybe it's not education. Maybe you just got knowledge and wisdom and we don't hear from you. Why? Listen, listen. Mediocre people quit when it gets uncomfortable, but you stay. Mediocre people wait to feel confident. You need to move while scared. Mediocre people want ease. You want results. This is about being a showstopper. This is about being a showstopper. And you need to use everything. You need to use your voice, your story, your intellect, your faith. Some of y'all can pray heaven down. And yet we don't know who you are. There's a whole lot of people. I told my girlfriend this the other day, and I'm not trying to get too deep, but this is what I told her. Okay, this is what I told my girlfriend Morgan. I said, we about to hear a different voice starting next year. Because these people who said they prophets, the Lord is going to move them out the way because he's not pleased with them. But see, you've been praying in your secret closet and he's about to release you. And when he releases you, don't you dare shrink. All right. He's about to use your discipline. Some of you may be exercise girlies and you work out. The sculpted your body, girl, you look like I'm going to say an African god because it's mainly black women that watch my video. You look like an African god. It's time for you to show up. It's time for you to put the camera on and let us see how you got them glutes sitting the way you got them sitting. Okay? Right? You're about to use your anger if you need to. Your righteous indignation. You're about to use your disappointment. You're about to use your hunger. Listen. Whatever it is that you got to use, you're about to use it. You're going to use your beauty if you need to. Nothing about you is wasted. The Bible says all things work together for the good of them that love the Lord and are called according to his purpose. And then Romans 8:18 says the suffering. Let me get my Bible real quick. Let me get my Bible. Let me give you a little Bible study for 2 seconds. 8:18. For I reckon that the sufferings of this present time are not worthy to be compared with the glory which shall be revealed in us. Listen, I suffered in 2025. Did you suffer? Oh, okay. Well, there's a glory that's about to be revealed in 2026 to 2036. Okay, I'm just trying to tell you. Everything you survived, that's your fuel. Everything you learned, that's your leverage. When I talk, listen, this year doing YouTube, I learned some things. So when somebody's talking to me, I tell them about the things I learned. You learned some things where you made that pound cake and you put that baking soda in there with that self-raised flour. You're not supposed to do that. Nothing is wasted. All right? Everything you've been holding back, that's the breakthrough. Let me tell you something. Could it be that your life doesn't look the way it needs to look is because you have allowed self-doubt to hold you back? Could it be that the millions that you believe in God for, you don't have it because you won't take the first step? Could it be that the healing that you're looking for, you're not going to get it in therapy? Listen, this being on YouTube has been healing for me because it revealed some things about me. Maybe it's when you start that business, that's going to be where your healing is. Yeah, you went to school to be a nurse, but the healing is going to happen when you cross paths with one person and they're going to change the trajectory of your life because there's something that they're going to say to you that's going to click for you. Do you hear me? Come on now. Come on now. You're about to have a breakthrough. You've been praying, Lord, or singing, Lord of the breakthrough. Lord of the breakthrough. And he's like, baby doll, I am the Lord of the breakthrough. And I'm trying to guide your path, but you're not listening to me because you allow the opinions of others to become louder than what it is I'm trying to tell you to do. I'm trying to talk to you, but you're not hearing me. Listen, stop shrinking. No more playing small to be liked. You need to realize that you're not going to play small. Listen, the old folks said they ain't like Jesus. So why you want them to like you? Why is being liked more important than being a light? Listen, no more needing validation and affirmation for people who are living small lives. They ain't even living the life you want. Right? No more downplaying your dreams. You know what you want. Y'all, I know I want me a Porsche. Somebody said it got pedals in it. I said, I don't even know how to drive. How you drive that? Baby, I want a car. I don't even know how to drive it. I'm going to have to go figure it out. Stop downplaying what you want. Be honest with what you want. Be honest. No more pretending that you don't want more. If you're not satisfied with life, then you're not satisfied. Start living the life you are satisfied with. All right? You are allowed to want more money, more visibility, more impact, more respect, more ease, more influence. You're allowed to want it. You are allowed to want it. You are allowed to want it. You want to live in a good neighborhood. You want your children to go to good school. You want to drive good. You want your body to be good. You want your body to be. You're allowed to want it. Who told you couldn't want that? Don't allow the disappointments in life to talk you out of that thing that you're supposed to have. You're supposed to have a life of abundance and ease. Who told you? All my life I had to fight. Why? Why you believe that? Why you receive that? Why are you living through that? You need to check what you believe about you and about this life. I don't care what country you live in. You were created for big and bigger. Listen, you were created to sell out arenas. You talk about, what is it, Woman Evolved? You got a conference, you got a movement on the inside of you. Over here, we say healed is the new sexy. Healed the new sexy is a movement. I'm about to sell out arenas. What I got down there? I got State Farm and Mercedes. Y'all gonna come and see me, and I'm gonna be talking this talk. You could be in the smallest city in Zimbabwe. And you're created to take over the continent of Africa. Then you're created to go to Europe and take over that. We're going to live big. We're going to believe big. House real big. Car real big. Not going to go say the rest. But everything about you is big. You're not being small because of life situations, circumstances, things that were outside of your control, or things that were in your control. Your mistakes don't determine who you are, but it's about how you bounce back. Come on now. Come on. Listen, this year we're not asking politely. We're putting a demand on the year. It's time for you to put a demand on yourself. How are you going to show up? How do you plan on being consistent? What do you plan on releasing? Is it digital products? Is it a book? Is it music? Is it going back to school? What is it? What is it? Not shrinking anymore. I told my girlfriend who was doing my makeup, listen, it's time. You're not shrinking anymore. Get back on YouTube. Start creating again. Come on, right? Listen, this is the time for you to finally be who you are. It's the time for you to live out loud. You are a trailblazer. You have to believe in yourself. You have to know that when God put you on the earth, he put you on the earth for a specific purpose. And what the purpose was not for you to blend in or to fit in with anybody else, but it was for you to do very unique things. You may be a Nobel Peace Prize winner, recipient. You may be, you may have a song and win a Grammy. A Tony, you may be an actor, whatever it is. It's time for you to become a showstopper. It's time for you to show up and take up space. It's time for you to stop denying who you were created to be. It's time for you to realize that you are a household name. You. It's time for you not to look at yourself through your lens, but look at yourself through the lens of God who created you. He created you through goodness. And I know you may say, Cynthia, I don't feel that way because of the things that have happened to me. I get it. I hear you. I understand. I see you. I believe you. I know you. I know you. But if you're still here at this point, I'm speaking to you and I'm speaking to the next 10 years. These next 10 years, you're about to live a life that you never hoped for, you never dreamed, you never imagined. You're about to live a life that you gave up on because you couldn't believe that it was possible for you. And when I tell you, in 10 years, if YouTube is still up, I want you to come back and say, Cynthia. Ceminthia. Cynthia. When I watched the video, I had tears in my eyes. I couldn't believe it, but I held on because you told me. And Cynthia, I'm living in a life that I never imagined. I was dealing with infertility, Cynthia, but I got 4 babies now. I got 4 babies now, Cynthia. I dropped out of college, but Cynthia, now I done graduated multiple times. Cynthia, I was going through a divorce. I thought a man would never love me. I thought I didn't have the capacity to love, but Cynthia, now I'm in the healthiest relationship I ever been in. I'm in a healthy relationship with God, myself, and my man. My kids doing good. Come on now. Listen, this next upcoming year, you better live in a way you've never lived before. All right. My name is Cynthia. This is Heal the New Sexy. I love you so much. And I can't wait to hear all the good things that are going to happen next year and beyond. Till we talk again.